Hello, my gorgeous Taurus. Welcome to Knowing Woman Tarot. I'm Kendra B, and today I'm going to be doing your reading for January 2022. Overall collective messages for our Taurus collective. That's going to mean Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Um, I'm so happy y'all are here today, Taurus. I have a special place in my heart for you guys. My Venus is in Taurus, and I just want to go ahead and start this reading for you, okay? All right, so I did a little bit of a pre-shuffle for you. And the energy that's coming across right now, honestly, I'm getting a little bit of analysis paralysis from you guys. I'm feeling like you may be in an energy of stagnancy, a little bit of fear, kind of just overwhelmed with possibilities, and also feeling like, are you going to be able to get the ideas and dreams out of your mind and heart and make something really stable out of them? Okay. So I do sense a little bit of fear and reluctancy. I have the spider on the board, which is all about travel. It says that travel will open up new possibilities and one special connection. If you're wondering, I am using animal messages along with Deviant Moon Tarot for you guys today. So yeah, I feel like you may have a little bit of fear surrounding, opening up and moving into a different space, whether that's a physical or emotional space. It feels like it's more of, it feels like it's more emotional. Just looking at what I have on the board, because we do have the Seven of Cups and we have the Eight of Swords. Now, I do find it a little bit peculiar that we have an 8 right next to the spider, which I definitely always, when I think of the number 8, I instantly think of a spider and I think of the Akashic Records. Okay. If you're not familiar with the Akashic Records, that's basically the spiritual library where all soul contracts are kept. All the information of the universe is kept there. And a lot of people believe that when you die, you may have access to these records, and that's how you get like your past life flashback, right? So you could be thinking about, some past mistakes, even getting information from past lives, and I think it's making you a little bit nervous to proceed in the future. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on with our reading. Let's get something for the crown in position for our lovely Taurus today. All right, we got the Queen of Wands. Now, she's not afraid. She's powerful. She is capable. Um, it's an energy of movement and it's an energy of fearlessness. And I feel like that's who you naturally are, Taurus. So you being in this situation of stagnancy, trepidation, just not feeling all the way ready to move forward, that's kind of new for you. I think it's kind of taking you aback. Now, we do have a lot of Capricorn energy right now, and that Capricorn energy can be a real Debbie Downer, It's definitely a second guessing type of energy. Like, is this going to make me money? Am I good enough to make this happen? Check, double check again. It's a very earthy energy that, and Taurus and Capricorn, I do say that you guys have some things in common, but I think that the big difference is the skepticism of Capricorn. Taurus is a realist by nature, but there's always this sense of hope and this sense of Queen of Wands energy that's just like, I can do it. I can make this happen. Just being confident within yourself. And I feel like you might be lacking a little bit of confidence right now. So what is crossing the Taurus? There he is. Capricorn has entered the chat. We got the devil. So that Capricorn energy is definitely affecting you. Don't feel like you're losing your mind. Don't feel like you're going crazy. Don't be so hard on yourself. Because the thing about Capricorn energy is it is meant to bind you to something. It is meant to help you commit to things. So in order to get something new, you always have to let go of something old, right? So Capricorn might be in your ear saying, oh, oh, you lost that job? You ain't shit. Oh, you lost that apartment? You ain't shit. You know, all this change that's going on in your life, which is really happening for your overall good. You know, I feel like you're exchanging things right now. You're letting go of this to get that. You might be spending less money so you can focus on building your credit or getting that house or getting that car. But all of the things that you are letting go of, it's making you feel a little bit unstable in the moment. And that's because of old Capricorn. Subconsciously, we got the Father of Wands. Look at that. I love that. King of Wands. So it's so crazy because at the very top of your reading, you got the Queen of Wands, this capable, fiery, passionate female. And then in the subconscious sector, right beneath everything, you got the King of Wands. And this can be a feeling of people counting on you, you know, people looking to you as an example of what success looks like, or, you know, whatever. I feel like you're used to being a leader. You're used to being the person in the family to take care of everything. You're used to being the one who handles shit. And you are just not feeling capable right now. But that's okay. That's okay. Let's talk about some events that may have led you here. Recent past. Oh, there he is, the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can be negative self-talk. It can be a literal person coming into your life just to hate on you. It could be just discord and you know, feeling that people are speaking negatively about you. They're taunting you. And it's just this feeling of, I think it's more in your mind, Taurus, to be honest with you. It feels like negative self-talk because you're not used to being in an unstable place. And guess what, honey? We all in an unstable place. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, these times it's hard. Every day we wake up, it's a new damn variant of the COVID. You know what I'm saying? Joe done put these student loans back up on us. It's a lot going on. So watch that negative self-talk, Taurus. Let's talk about recent future. What are you going towards? What's all this for? Ooh. Yep, we got the Eight of Swords and we got the Fool. It's bringing you to a fresh start. Cuz this Eight of Wands is a two-part card, okay? The first part is getting rid of the old. The second part is receiving the new, you know, because you got this bird coming in with this message. And then where does that lead you? It leads you to this fresh new energy where you may feel like the fool. You know, everything that you once known is now changing. So you're coming to a fresh new baby energy that you don't know what the hell to do with. But these are the times when you just got to trust the process. Just trust spirit. Let me look back at my key words that I wrote. Because before I start reading, sometimes I'll just, you know, say a little prayer and write down some words that come to my mind. And for you guys, I have rite of passage. I have collective bargaining, misconception, bullying, emergent or emergency, foolish, and pepper spray for some reason. If that resonates, it does. If it don't, throw it out. Okay. Alrighty. You're not foolish, Taurus. You're not foolish. Whatever you decided to step out on faith and go grab, I feel like you may be starting to regret it. You may be starting to rethink it. You may be starting to feel like, was it all a smart decision? You know, you just got to go with the flow and see, because you were brave enough to do it. That's number one. So let's get a high five for that. All right, what's Taurus's attitude? We got the Two of Pentacles and we got the Queen of Swords. Okay, she's an artist and she is sensitive about her shit. All right, so it may be a little bit of defensiveness coming up around this new endeavor that you are going into, this new place, this new chapter in your journey. You may be feeling a little bit, I'm just saying, a little wet cat, just scared in the corner, just you know, trying to keep people out so they don't see you in such a vulnerable place because you're used to having your shit together, right? And then we got the Page of Swords in your external energy sector. Pages, of course, are a young, inexperienced energy, right? Now, he is bringing me back to one of the starting cards, which was the Buffalo. The Buffalo says, recognize the riches of the past and the abundance of the present. And that's kind of what the Page of Swords is doing. He's on a search. You know, he's kind of looking for, I'm not going to say looking for. He's very insightful. He's very intuitive. And he sees things that other people may overlook. Okay, so with this being in your external energies, it is giving that spirit is bringing these things up to be seen by you. Because the only way you can move forward in your new journey is to kind of dig up some of the old stuff that we got going on in here, some of the childhood trauma, some of the, you know, patterns and things that you normally fall back on, your coping mechanisms. All of these things are kind of being dug up right now, and it can be overwhelming. Like, it can be very overwhelming. It's almost like, let me just give you an example of what it's like for spirit to dig these things up, right? So you're in the bathroom, you're taking a shower, and all of a sudden you hear a loud bang outside the door, right? Your heart starts racing. The hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You get into this moment of fear, and that fear is then heightened by a memory of something that happened the last time you heard a sound like that. You know what I'm saying? Last time I heard a sound like that, I got a call that said my dad had passed. I got a call that said, you know, something terrible has happened. So there's the moment, the fear in the moment, and then there's that fear that's coming up from the past, right? Because that fear in the moment is just to bring you back to the fear of the past so you can sweep it out, clear it out, and it no longer jumps up as a trigger for you, okay? That's when you know you've gotten to a healed place. All right, so let's talk about hopes and fears for Taurus, January 2022. Hopes and fears for Taurus in January. Don't fall. The Hermit. Don't look at me. You just don't want people to see you not shining and vibing and being confident. And, you know, it's big don't look at me energy because I ain't got my shit together and I don't know what I'm doing. But Taurus, it's okay to not be okay. All right? And guess what? You ain't got to be on social media and, you know, how people love to get on Facebook with their suicide attempts and how terrible their life is. You ain't got to be doing that, but I'm sure there's someone in your circle that you can lean on at this time and share your experiences with so you don't feel like you're alone. Because, baby doll, let me tell you, we all going through it. It ain't just you. Strength is the outcome. This is going to strengthen you. Ooh, child. Because this is what I'm getting, Taurus. I feel like a lot of your self-esteem and your self-love in the past has come from having your shit together. It's come from having this job, this relationship, being a badass bitch, you know, having the best car, and just having your shit together. And I think Spirit is trying to show you that regardless of anything that you go through, you're going to be okay. I got this vision. That's why I paused. I got this vision of somebody trying to get clean in the shower without taking their clothes off. Like, this is the in-between space when you take your clothes off and you're in a vulnerable space right before you get in the shower. And then you're in the shower and you're naked and somebody could snatch the curtain back like Psycho. Just like very, very vulnerable energy, but there is strength in this vulnerability for you, Taurus. So just know that. I'm not going to give you too much more advice because I feel like there is no advice to be given. You're just going to have to walk through this space and know that you're not alone and know that you're on the right path. All right? Let's pull a couple of advice cards for you, Taurus. Earth and ground. one more from the Work Your Light Oracle. Let's get one more advice from the Work Your Light Oracle. Warrior woman. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed. We're going to read Earth and Ground first. You may be feeling discombobulated or all over the place at this time, most likely because you are spreading yourself too thin and taking on too many projects at once. So your angel guide is encouraging you to get grounded. When you come back to Earth, you will have a clearer insight into who you are and what you need to do to feel safer and more at ease in your life. You are being guided to take some time to breathe, connect with fresh air, and even go somewhere in nature where you can relax, release, and let go. You may be uncertain about what you're supposed to be focusing on at this time, and that's because your energy is a little bit dispersed right now. But angels of the earth are with you to help you ground yourself and feel connected again, as you have important work to do and exciting experiences can only unfold when your energy is intact and contained. Let's read Warrior Woman. Warrior Woman. You are here for a reason. You are being called to bravely pave a path. Have you answered your highest and deepest calling? That was the first card that came out in the pre-shuffle. I put it back, was answer the call. Living a heart and soul-led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts, and the more resistance we have toward answering a call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that we are facing the right way. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I am not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it's not possible without fear. So if you are feeling afraid, what is needed is courage, and courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in the light, then as uncomfortable as it might feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. Taurus, thank you so much for tuning into this reading today. I really hope it resonated with you. If it did, hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe, turn on your notifications, come back and holler at your girl sometime, okay? Thank you, Taurus. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.